Our next interview is with Tina Ferroni. She's the owner of Beyond Yoga. Tina had to shut down her yoga studio back in March, and although reluctant at first, she began to go online and do virtual classes to great success. However, she's excited to invite her clients back into her yoga studio. That's our next story.
This studio is just over 5 years old, built from the ground up. I don't know if people recall, this used to be a colonial furniture, and then it was Dufresne, so it was basically just 4 walls that we designed and built.
And of course, you call yourself a yoga studio and wellness center, so tell me about the wellness side of the studio.
Wellness, well, we have osteopaths that work out of here, therapy, we have yoga therapy, we have Reiki treatments, and we have some of our teachers that do other components as well. We do a little more advanced, we do restorative, we do yin, we do Pilates. So there's a big wide spectrum. Yoga Nidra, which is more of a relaxing before bed yoga.
You mentioned wide spectrum. I imagine there's a wide spectrum of benefits to yoga as well. Tell me some of the great benefits of yoga.
Well, I'm sure you know that there's so many, and it's just proven more and more, especially during times like these. Mind, body, spirit, flexibility, capability, functioning, being in the moment, stress levels. I mean, it's just magic. You can go on and on and on about all the benefits of yoga.
You mentioned during these times, of course, you're talking about COVID-19 and the pandemic. Tell me how you've been impacted as a business by the pandemic.
Well, we basically had to shut down almost immediately. It was the weekend before March break. And as the weekend progressed, it just started to get worse and worse, hour by hour. We started having teachers calling with concerns, clients with concerns, and we knew that we weren't going to be able to keep up with it, and we didn't know what would happen. So in terms of compliance and safety, we just decided that Sunday night before March break just to shut it down. I had to lay off all my part-time staff. I did keep my 3 full-timers with me because we eventually progressed to doing online, and we still needed to keep up our social media aspect and the administrative part of keeping that together with our clients.
Tell me how you pivoted to online. I mean, for some people, they already had an online presence and they were doing some of that, virtual training and workshops and so forth. Was this completely new to you, or were you prepared?
Yeah, and I was very reluctant, very, very reluctant. Well, first of all, I didn't know what kind of time frame we were looking at. So towards the end of March and all of April, I was like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. That's not our platform. And then I realized I needed to connect, and I needed the members to have that connection. So we set up an online Zoom, a monthly Zoom account, and we did that for May, June, and July.
Okay, and how has that been? How has that experience been?
Amazing. We've had amazing feedback. Everybody loves it, and we are planning to open August 1st. So we've implemented keeping that virtual component in with the studio as well, just so people can go at their own pace. If they're not quite sure, we just want them to feel comfortable.
What does a virtual class look like? Like, how many of the classes that you had been doing with your clients, how many of those?
It's a Zoom class.
Okay.
So amazingly enough, we can fit up to 60 people on a Zoom class. So we do one in the morning, and then we do one in the evening, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do like an early afternoon one. They've loved it. They get to see everybody. So it's like if they want to do it in their pajamas, they just turn off the screen, or if they want to participate. And some members are like, hey, how are you? They're all like, And last week we started just on the patch of grass out there, Friday morning yoga outdoors. And that's really taking off as well for the members to just see each other and say hi, and yeah.
Once you open up August 1st, tell me what protocols you've put in place for your clients.
Well, there's a ton. Okay. There's an absolute ton. To go into a few things, I don't know if you can see, but we've had to take, this is usually a lounge area that we have. So we have tea, we have flavored water, the members come and they sit and this is their community, this is their home. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to provide that service. They do have to wear a mask upon entering, but however, when they are safely on their mat and their class starts, then they can remove it for the sake of the practice, which is amazing. I was really concerned about that. We do have change rooms, so we will obviously monitor that and wipe those down, and just keep the Purell stations, the plexiglass. The classes are going to be staggered, so there's only going to be 2 classes in the morning with staggered, so no people are going to be bumping into each other. It's going to be hopefully a smooth transition. There's only 10 per class, social distancing, so the numbers aren't high. Unfortunately, they have to bring their own props. We can't provide the props or the yoga mats, and bringing their own water bottles. The other thing I would say is they have to pre-register. There's not going to be allowed any walk-ins to just come in and go into the classes.
Just last question to, just to speak directly to your clients, what would you like to tell your clients?
I would just like to tell them we're so happy that you're coming back, and we'll take it slow, and if you have any questions or concerns, don't be shy. We'll make it work. We just got to be kind to each other and respect each other, and take it slow.